In this video, we're going to talk about labor recovery and how this works within a finance system. If you're running a manufacturing operation and you use bill of materials and works orders, and you're running a perpetual method of running your stock, which means that your stock updates every single moment you have a transaction go through, whether you buy an item or sell an item, labor recovery is something that is relevant for you and your business. If you aren't running a business like that, I hope you still enjoy this video for learning purposes, but ultimately, to be candid, this is who that video is for. Let's explain the inner workings of a works order or bill of materials. A business will have a series of bill of materials, which are all the recipes for how they manufacture the products that they manufacture. A works order then is the creation of a bill of materials. Now you can subtly adjust that works order if you want from that original bill of materials. Think of it this way, you go to a restaurant and you ask for a dish, and it turns out that you're allergic to cheese. They don't adjust the recipe, they don't adjust the bill of materials, they would adjust the works order to go minus cheese from this version of that meal. Now we go down the path of manufacturing that item. Let's say we have stock item ABC and we use one of those and they cost $100. Stock item D, E, and F and we use one of those and that costs $100. And item X, Y, and Z and we use two of those and they also cost $100. When we create that works order and take those raw materials into finished goods, it shifts stock code A, B, C, D, E, and F, and X, Y, Z. It reduces them all down by the quantity that we use to then create a new finished good. And that finished good will have a raw material value of $400. We had two items worth $100, and then we had another two items of an item also worth $100, so $400 worth of raw materials goes into that product. But you might be thinking, well, the raw materials don't just magically get together and then they're suddenly a finished product. I need labor or I need machinery. Now, before I go any further, this process works exactly the same if you use machine recovery or any sort of factory recovery. In this video, for ease, we're going to simply use labor recovery as my reference point. And this is where the humans come into the equation. I need to acknowledge the cost of my people doing the job. In that hypothetical example of $400 of raw materials going into my works order, let's say there's 3 hours of work that goes into it, and that 3 hours of work costs the business $50 per hour. So when you complete that product, assuming they do it on time, there's another $150 worth of cost. All of a sudden, you don't have a stock item that is worth $400, you have a stock item that is worth $550. So how do you just create $150 worth of extra value? That is where labor recovery comes into the calculation. We would add in $150 to the value of the finished good. So my finished good is now worth $550, and the offsetting transaction is a credit. We're increasing the asset, which is a debit, and we're creating a credit which goes to the profit and loss for labor recovery. The reason we have to capture the labor recovery is when we go and sell this product, the cost of that product is going to go through at $550. But you might be thinking, but didn't we pay for all our labor already? Don't we pay wages and superannuation and pensions and things like that? Doesn't that mean if we don't do a labor recovery amount, we're double counting our wage cost and our labor cost? Correct. So if we had a cost of goods sold of $550 of the product, and we didn't factor in any labor recovery, I'm effectively counting our labor twice within our profit and loss, which of course is inaccurate. The labor recovery is designed to offset what we increase our cost of goods sold by. Because in reality, the true cost of our labor is the wages. It is not the labor recovery amount. However, we should be doing the labor recovery amount in an intelligent way that it reflects pretty closely what a per hour cost is. It then becomes a matter of how efficient and productive our team actually is. And a last important point to note is that labor recovery hits the P&L when the product is finished, not when the product is sold. Your labor recovery on your profit and loss in any month will reflect what your team has produced not what it has sold. But over an extended period of time, those numbers should pretty much mirror one another in terms of what we produce versus what we sell. For all this effort, why do we do it? It gives us a true cost of production of the items that we produce within our business. Because it's unfair just to include the raw materials. I need to factor in my labor, I need to factor in my machinery into that calculation. But do that in such a way that I'm not double counting my expenses. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you're struggling with understanding labor recovery in your business, feel free to contact us. It's something we've had a lot of success with clients in terms of getting traction to get true cost of their production.